I'm just going to tell you all right now, I have literally everybody beat with my answer for the question of the week. I intentionally did not put it in Discord because it's fucking perfect. Trust me, it's worth waiting through the episode to hear.
Thralls Balls! They're everywhere!
Thralls Balls, the World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Bentolas, Gershom, and Wooly. Oh, what's up, swingers? I'm Wooly, and this is episode 13 of Thralls Balls. 13, the unlucky episode, and boy, do I have a fucking story about that. But first, as always, I'm here with Gershom and with Bentolas. How you guys doing?
What's up, Wooly?
Yo. Hi.
Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're enjoying 9-1. The world's first race.
Oh, 9. You said 9-1 and my brain went to September 1st? It's not September. I might be a little bit stupid. Well.
Sorry to interrupt. I had a moment today where I looked at my phone and it was 9:11 a.m. and I was like, my phone is trying to tell me to go play WoW. But unfortunately, I had laundry to do, so I didn't play 9-1.
Oh, okay. I did not make the connection because I'm a big dumb dummy. Speaking of the patch 9.1, what have you guys been up to this week? Let's start with Bent this time, why don't we?
Just basic shit. We started raiding on my new guild on Thrall. So we got all the way, we killed Kalthazan on normal, and we're 9 out of 10. We're gonna probably do splits, clear normal one night, clear heroic the next. And we closed the first 3 bosses on heroic, and got a few pulls onto Soul Render. Other than that, been playing my mage a little bit more. It's a lot of fun.
Is he still on Proudmoore, or did you move him?
No, so actually, funny story. My bank account got hacked because I transferred my mage a couple days ago because he's probably lacking the most in terms of gold, and the legendaries are bonkers right now. So I need him. Big Daddy Bent needs to take care of Fire Magister. But yeah, my account got hacked, so people were trying to spend like thousands of dollars. So I had to like call Blizzard and then call my bank, and I eventually got the transfer through, but it was a whole ordeal.
Jesus, how do you get a bank account hacked?
I don't know. It just it wasn't even the bank account itself. I think it was my debit card, and they were just trying to buy. Like I know it was something was weird because I got I got the text message from Blizzard, and then from my bank saying, "Do you approve this transaction?" And then I started getting texts from this like world remit place. So, but my bank took that. I have Chase.
$1,500 for a leather bustier.
Yeah.
I don't care. It lifts and separates.
I have to say though, I will shamelessly plug. I use Chase for my personal banking, and I have to say like the service is excellent. Within 24 hours, I had everything reversed and a new debit card on the way. So
nice.
Shout out to them.
You know, I'm going to be working at a bank pretty soon. Not going to say what bank, but I got a job as a banker. That's pretty cool. So that's what you've been doing then? You've been untying that knot and raiding?
Yeah, I mean, it's getting there slowly but surely. You know, next week I get paid. I might transfer another guy off, but soon I should be off Proudmoore altogether.
Man, that's just kind of heartbreaking when you think about it.
I say that, but like I still have like 251s and a bunch of lower I'm not going to transfer. I'm only transferring my shaman and my warrior just because a lot of time and effort were put into them, and they have a ton of gold on them.
Oh, so what you mean is you'll have tunes there, but not any that you really play. I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Gershom, what have you been up to this week?
You know, I'm gonna sound super lame. I still haven't raided or done Tazavesh.
That's totally fine. There's nothing lame about that.
I've been doing the invasions. I've been doing my world quest, trying to get my Death Advance rep up. I'm pretty sure that'll be my 100th. So I'm kind of, grinding on that too. I think it was funny. So this is dumb. There was a daily where there's a dredger who tells you to go and like tame this grommet, and to get them to do stuff for you. And so-
Where are you going with this? Oh God, the poor
No,
grommet.
no. It's not bad. It's not DNR bad.
Are you
It's
gonna
just-
name the grommet Fleshlight?
Nope. It's just Gershom bad. Don't worry. I was just literally pissed that this dredger says, "Hey, you can go grab this grommet." And as a hunter, I'm walking around looking at these grommets, which are beasts, by the way, and I can't tame one. So I was a little salty about that.
You should be. It's stupid that you can't tame a grommet.
Yeah, I think we should. And then I think everyone's pretty much talked about Kevin. So I'm pretty done
God
with that.
Damn it.
Yep.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin lost.
Renata helped me figure that out, and I figured it out in a jiffy.
I have
Went
not
back-
done the Kevin quest yet, but I have heard enough that I'm dreading it.
It's not bad. You just have to go back. You just have to make sure you don't have any champions or pets with you. Because basically what happens is if anyone else gets the killing blow on a mob that Kevin could eat, then he won't eat it.
I
So
thought
as
I
a
also
as
heard
a
that
hunter-
it got hotfixed, though.
Oh, I had heard that it did, but the last time I didn't do it. So I don't know if I do it next time. Hopefully it's better. But the time that I did it, I had to go back and dismiss my champion and dismiss my pets and do all this stuff. So hopefully they fixed it.
Yeah, you as a hunter, me as a warlock. That is just pain in the dick. Yeah. Anything else?
And then I did time walking, and I had some really good luck with that.
Nice.
Because I did a pug. I know you had I had accidentally put in the wrong chat that I wanted to do time walking.
Oh, that's fine. I just
In
wanted to
the
keep
Discord.
the Discord clean.
Yeah,
Is all. That's
so-
not a big deal.
So I didn't find anyone. So I pugged time walking, which isn't that hard anyways, once you know the fights. And so we did the first one. It was Iron Docks, I think. And literally after that, the whole group was like, let's just queue again and again and again. So I got all 5 in like an hour. It was pretty sweet. And I got my 226
Woo!
chest, I think. I know I don't raid, so that seemed pretty great to me. And I think other than that, that's pretty much what I did.
What I don't know is, and you might not know from just looking at it, is I don't know if it gives you that chest piece, if that's part of the main Tazavesh set. I mean, not Tazavesh, Sanctum of Domination set that you can put together with the appearance and all that.
It's not
Okay.
upgradable. It's not upgradable.
Oh, well,
it's
they're
like its own
not.
thing.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
mean,
she went
rapier
into
isn't
normal.
really.
It's like she went into normal and killed whatever boss and got that item.
Okay, fair enough.
So just to wrap it up, the chest piece did replace the upgradable chest piece that I have from my catch-up gear in Korthia, but the 226 was better than, I think I was wearing like a 213 on my chest, but
Oh,
it was
there you go.
upgradable. So I kept the upgradable one in my backpack because I'm sure eventually I'll be able to make it better than 226. But right-
Isn't the
But
chest
right
one,
now I have the 226 one equipped.
Isn't the chest one though have a dom shard socket on it?
Yeah, if you have a piece that has a domination socket, I would go with that even if you upgrade the other ones. But if
Yeah, a
there's
full
no
set of
socket,
shards gives you like a 15% DPS increase.
is there a socket on it?
I will have to check it out. I'm not
yeah,
sure.
I don't remember.
It has to have one because I think chest is one of the universal items for everyone. That
Oh,
has a
it's
dom
not-
shard.
It's not RNG.
So basically, I think in the raid, a chest piece has the dom shard for almost every drop. Because I think it's like shoulders, chest, helm, I believe, are the 3 that are universal across all armor types. And then each armor type has like 2. I think, like for example, rogue. I think it's like gloves and belt or something like that.
I
That's
mean,
different.
you would know better than me. Gershom's not rated yet. I've done 2 bosses on normal, and you would know better than either of us put together.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Ben, the upgradable chest piece I was wearing was just from catch-up gear. like from World Quest and stuff like that in Korthia. I haven't raided yet.
Yeah, I'm just making an assumption because I'm pretty sure almost every chess piece has a Dom shard socket on it. So even if I wouldn't even waste my research points on upgrading that other item because the value you'll get from the Dom shards will always be a better item unless you get like the heroic version of it. Because I think from time to time, if you do like 3-4 mythic zeros, you get a heroic item for the weekly.
Neat. So as for what I've been up to, first of all, I want to acknowledge what happened today, because it's been a fucking cluster show. Or is it a shit fuck? God. So, I got home from work yesterday to discover my PC was mysteriously turned off. I'm like, that's odd. I go to turn it on, and I get an error screen, like, with that super basic, like, boot up menu thing that looks like it's from 1992, and it just says error, fan error or whatever. So I looked at the little fan that sits right on the heatsink, because I got one of those nifty glass side panels, and it wasn't spinning. I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? So this fan has been like, I've had trouble with it for about 6 months. It'll make loud grinding noises. So I'm like, well, shit, maybe I need to spray it out. So I unplugged it, took it out, fastened it from the heatsink, and just sprayed the shit out of it with compressed air. Got little bits of dust out of there that I thought might have been blocking it. Plugged it back in, and it fired up, but it made a really loud screaming sound. So I'm like, I can't keep this thing going. It's going to fail again. So I'm like, well, I'll just go buy a new fan at Best Buy. Guess fucking what? All the fans at Best Buy were too big. They didn't have the size I needed, which is weird. That's fucking weird. They have all these components that they sell so you can build a PC, but they don't have one that sits right on the heatsink. Maybe I'm a little archaic. This PC is from 2017. I don't know. Might be time to upgrade soon-ish. TM, whatever. So I'm like, okay, that's not ideal. I go to Walmart, not really expecting to find anything, and I was not disappointed because I didn't find anything. So I'm like, well, I have old PCs at home. So I came home, cracked one of those bad boys open. That one of them had a fan that was like just a touch bigger, and it works. It works just fine. It's plugged in, it's sitting there, it's mounted, everything's so far good. But I think I might be upgrading my PC in the next like year or so because yeah, it's starting to show its age a little bit. In game though, short version is I've gone Horde. I'm maining my Horde Warlock, who is now an undead, on the server Eridar, because I joined a guild called Chaos Manifesto, hoping for the best there. I do kind of have to acknowledge something. I don't want to say much about it, but that Horde guild I was playing with that went Alliance and changed servers, there was a little bit of drama with them. There was a little bit of a falling out. I will say, though, I'm not going to say what happened because I think that's just trashy. I will say, though, that I am kind of mad about it, but at the same time, I wish them the best. I hope that they achieve all their dreams in the game, because they're legitimately a fun group of people. I just don't like something that went down, and that's just something I'm going to have to get past. So, on the off chance that they're listening to hear if, like, I say something bad about them, you guys know I'm not going to say anything bad about you. I'm not happy about what happened. I'm not happy about a couple... I'm not going to go into it, but I'm not happy, but I don't hate you either. All right. So, other than that, I got my fallen charger today. Yay! I was running around the maw, and suddenly the whinny goes off. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta find this mob. I found it, and there's less people attacking it because they upped the drop chance of it. So I attacked it, and I helped kill it, and I got the horsey. And speaking of mounts, I also got the Lord of the Corpse Flies. It's just like gray purple corpse fly, and it's actually pretty sick.
Oh, that's a dope ass mount.
Dude,
I've been trying for that.
I want that one.
You have to be Necrolord to get it, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't do it on my Shaman. I usually just try to do it on my Rogue. Okay.
Yeah, like you have to be Necrolord to get it, Necrolord to use it. Same with like all the Covenant mounts like that, like the Aquilon or the Wilderling or whatever. You have to be that Covenant to use it. But before 9.1 came out, I thought the Necrolord mount looked fuck ugly, and I didn't want anything to do with it. And now I'm finding it very difficult to choose between my classic Legion 7.2 purple Warlock horsey or my little purple Flyboy. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. Truth be told, I had a little bit of a crisis of am I enjoying the game anymore over the past couple of weeks, and it has nothing to do with the game itself, just to do with social interactions around it. But I'm proud to say today I was playing the shit out of it for like, I don't know, an hour or two, because that's all the time I had. Did some Torghast, upgraded my legendary, and I'm still enjoying it. I'm still happy. I still like the game. I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving! All right, Wolf of Wall Street. So that's
we're in this for life, bitches.
Yeah, honestly, I've had the thought at several times over the last few years that eventually I will have to stop playing, right? Well, maybe not. Maybe the game will quit before I do. At which point I'll be sad, but I'll also be like, oh my god, I'm free. Anyhow, how about we move on to Mixed Drink of the Week? It's time for the Mixed Drink of the Week. Fuck yeah! Okay, so Mixed Drink of the Week. For those of you... Oh, I gotta write down the time. Ignore my enthusiasm.
Wait, you're recording, right?
Yes. All right, it's the Mixed Drink of the Week. We have been going backwards through the classes by armor type, reverse alphabetical order. We are on leather right now. We're working specifically on monk. Today, it is the Mistweaver monk, and the drink today is called the Life Coccoon. I actually had a little bit of trouble deciding what to make this drink, but I did settle on something, and I'm kind of pleased with it. So, before you guys guess, I want to give you one simple hint. Are you ready?
I am ready. This is my favorite segment.
I am ready.
There's your hint.
It's Mountain Dew.
No, it's Red Bull.
Well, who's got guesses?
We both just guessed. What do you mean?
All right, so I'll go first. It's
Red Bull by
vodka,
itself is not a drink.
Red Bull, pineapple vodka, Red Bull, and a little dash of Mountain Dew.
All right, Gershom, what do you think it is?
Okay, I heard the pop of the can, and I did think it was Mountain Dew. When I think Life Coccoon, I think like cool things. So I was thinking like a cucumber or watermelon vodka or something like that. I really don't know what else. Maybe with like a cool candy rim or a candy straw, like a watermelon sour straw or something. But I was literally thinking like cucumber vodka and like Mountain Dew or something like that.
Okay, you're both incredibly far off. So, the twist on today's drink is I bought a cold infused tea bag, well, a pack of them from Walmart.
You said tea. Did you just say tea bag?
I did say tea bag.
On Thralls Balls. Let's save that. Let's save that.
Thralls
Let's save that for the
balls.
reviews. We're gonna save that. We're gonna save the Thralls Balls tea bag for the reviews.
What if we call the reviews Thralls Balls tea bags?
Fucking A.
Anyway, so these are strawberry and lemon cold infused tea bags that I grabbed that. I stuck it in a bottle of blue powerade. So I'm mixing that with, I hope Flurpy's listening, because based on the name I just said, what do you think I'm about to say, Ben?
Some sort of hard seltzer.
Yes.
White Claw.
Fucking natural lime, White Claw, hard seltzer. So what I'm doing is I'm putting maybe half the cup of the White Claw. I'm going to try to keep it like a 50-50 ratio. And obviously I have more White Claw and more tea Powerade than I have cup. So this is going to last a bit as we go along. So my thought process here was like the Mistweaver monk specifically would want to have tea involved. And so that's why I put the cold infused tea bag. Powerade because it was blue and I thought that would be kind of cool looking. White Claw because it's something we haven't done yet and it's got the lime flavor. The downside is this does not look the slightest bit like a Life Coccoon should. This is like... It's like looking into a cup of black water. But let's give it a taste.
Black water?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. But over the lips, through the gums, look out, asshole. Oh my god. Guys, that might be the best drink that we've made so far. That tastes so good.
Stop.
That looks like shit.
It looks horrible, but it tastes really good. So that is the Life Coccoon. Blue Powerade infused with strawberry and lemon cold infused tea mixed with lime White Claw. Next week we have the Brewmaster monk, and could it ever be anything other than Fortifying Brew? Gonna get creative with that. I've got some ideas, but I'm not completely sold on anything just yet.
Are we gonna make like a version of like mead or something?
I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Anyway, that's drink of the week. Mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah. So we got a review to read. Let's move on to that.
Woo!
And I don't have a bumper for reviews yet. I will eventually. Now that we're going to call them Thralls Balls tea bags, you know. So our review from the Warcraft Radio podcast directory, shout out to that. And actually, before I read the review, I want to give a shout out to Ro again, because I listened to his final episode of Rolling Restart with him and Bell from the Pwnecast, and he expressed his frustrations with the game, and it's not so much that he thinks the game is bad, just that it doesn't appeal to him anymore, and that is just, that's sad to hear. We went on about it, I think last week or the week before or something, and we don't really need to stress too hard on it, but I do want to acknowledge that his long-running show from 2016 has come to an apparent end, maybe forever. So, Ro, I'm taking another sip of my drink for you, buddy. Here's looking out, Brian.
That's, he doesn't want to do the show anymore because he's not going to play the game?
Right, he doesn't want to do the show if he's not playing the game, which makes sense. So, the review on, and that's why I mentioned Ro, is because the Warcraft Radio podcast directory is kind of his baby. Adorno left us a 5-star review, and it says, "Every week, Thralls Balls drop a little lower, and we all stray a little further from God's light." Yes, this is true. Thrall's big meaty balls are hanging down and they're swinging back and forth, and this isn't part of the review. This is me telling you the truth, the truth that comes with Green Jesus' testicles.
I don't even think that's what it is. I think Adorno's got it wrong. I think that whoever is sitting under Thrall is kind of reaching up and up closer to the balls.
Whoever's sitting under Thrall has two black eyes.
They're under the impression that the balls are coming down to them, but we all really know that when you're sitting down there, you're reaching up for Thrall's balls.
And the older Thralls get, the more his balls resemble the cheese coming off of a fresh pizza.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That was gross. You're fucking gross, Wooly.
I try.
He's like proud of himself.
You're goddamn right I'm proud of myself. It's the WoW podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Bitches.
He's my special friend. Wooly, he's my special friend.
I think that's a reference that I don't understand.
What do you mean?
Is that a reference to something I don't understand?
No, I was just literally
you were just
making up
making a
a
song.
song that you were my special friend. Whose name is
special.
Wooly.
I should wear a helmet at all times. Anyway, if you want to leave us a review, go on to Warcraft Radio podcast directory, filter by World of Warcraft podcast because it's easier to find us then, and search high, low, left, right, up, down, center for Thralls Balls. You can click on it, you can giggle at the name, and then you can leave us a review. It will ask you to sign into your battle.net. If you do not want to do that, we will gladly read out any review you may have that you send us via feedback on our email address, thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. You can tell me exactly how disgusting my cheese comparison was. So yeah.
It was pretty gross.
It was
pretty
great.
gross.
It was amazing. It was amazing. You don't know art. All right, it's time for WoW News.
Time for WoW News. Motherfuckers.
All right, so obviously the biggest thing going on right now is the race to world first. And at the time we're recording, Echo and Complexity Limit are both tied at 9 of 10. At the time of recording, neither of them has yet killed Sylvanas, but today's Saturday, I would be very surprised if come Monday there still isn't a heroic Sylvanas kill. So by the time this goes live, the race may be over, but right now,
It's mythic.
enjoying
not
it.
heroic.
I meant mythic. I meant mythic. Yeah, thanks for correcting me. It was a slip of the tongue. I did mean mythic. Mythic. Words are difficult. Thank you for catching that. We probably will have a mythic Sylvanas kill by the time the episode comes out, but as it stands right now, in first place is Echo, and second is Complexity Limit, and that's only because Echo killed Kel'Thuzad first. That is the second to last boss, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I totally disagree with you. I think it will be next weekend area where they kill it.
Really?
Have you watched any of the polls? The fight's fucking nuts.
I have not. I've been too...
They can't even. They're struggling. You have to like split up. It's a crazy fight. I think really it's really going to come down to how far because Echo has an advantage because their reset isn't to Wednesday, so they have all of Tuesday to prog the boss. So I think that it depends on how close they get. They might extend it. Now, if we remember correctly, in 8-1. Limit was winning, and they made the mistake of extending rather than re-clearing, and that cost them the chance for World's First. So it's really interesting because those two guilds are so close to each other, and I have to say, shout out to Method. Method really I'm impressed with them.
I don't want to hold all of Method responsible for what a couple people were guilty of, but I can't help but deny there's a little bit of a bitter taste in my mouth regarding Method. We don't need to go into that, but I hate that that's what came to mind when I think of Method, you know? I
agree
stuff.
there is, but he totally rebuilt. That's a whole new roster. Everyone laughed when he came out.
Oh, I believe
at the end of this expansion, we're gonna get World's First on one of the raids. And, this is a market improvement. In my opinion, at least.
So to recap, we have Echo in first, Complexity Limit in second, Method bringing up third, and Big Dumb Guild in fourth, but they have since rebranded to just BDGG, like Big Dumb Gaming, things like that. I'm not sure if that's so much rebranding as just whatever, but on WoW Progress it does just say BDGG. If you want to watch this for yourself without checking out streams, I really should have prepared streams, but I honestly thought the race would be over by the time the episode goes live. Go to wildprogress.com. It'll tell you what the standings are. Personally, I'm pulling for complexity limit because... No, wait, when you say method, is that method NA or method EU?
I think it's the E. Whatever one had the big SCOs a part of.
That's EU. That's EU, because I know that because I know Preach used to play with SCO, didn't he? I don't remember.
I'm not too sure, but yeah, I'm actually pulling personally for Echo. I think they look better. I like the way their comms are clean, they're smooth.
I'll be honest, only pulling for complexity limit because they're American, you know?
Well, I
North
appreciate
American.
that.
I'm sure they have Canadian
They had
players and
Dratnos on their stream the other day, and I just can't stand him.
Oh,
like
you don't like Dratnos? He's
him
so
and
nice.
Him and Max are very much these like, this is how you have to play, and this is, you're wrong if you think otherwise. And I think, they're like, they spent like 2 hours bashing rogues and hunters, like I was saying they're fucking garbage. And then like you will go over the Echo stream and like on their Painsmith kill and on their Guardians kill, like they had two rogues top of the meters, and then on Kel'Thuzad their hunter was top of the meters. So it just, I don't know, they rub me the wrong way. I'm a salty ass rogue.
I mean, most rogues are salty, even if nothing bad happened. You're not. I mean, you can't deny that. You can't deny that.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Dratnos and Max are just very much, they're arrogant, and this is the only way you can do it. Well, I feel like Echo's like, oh, let's try this, let's try that. I also, to segment into this, I think they should change the rules of World First, and because I think it's stupid how like you just like stack a bunch of like balanced druids or holy paladins. I think that you should only be able to use for World First one spec. So you can't, like, you could have 3 warriors, but they have to be a Fury warrior, an Arms warrior, a Prot warrior.
I don't know if I agree with that, because like that takes a little bit of variety out of the race. Like you see people come up with that. Sure, maybe it's annoying to see like, what is it, like 6 or 7 fucking Moonkins in one raid, but it takes, I don't like taking choice away from players. Like, we're still dealing with horse shit with, I probably shouldn't be so damn negative, but I don't like that Master Looter was ever taken out of the game. I don't think taking the choice of whether or not to give gear to another person you're raiding with was a good one. That's something I disagree with. You have RC Loot
Council for that, though. Like, if you think about it, like, it would, in a perfect world, you're right. Like, the Master Looter is the best system.
Add-on to
I understand
turn
that,
personal
but you gotta
loot into
remember
another
what
thing.
guild that's using Master Looter the way it's intended. There's 10 guilds where the guild master and officer are just funneling gear to themselves and their officer buddies.
Yeah, and that was the problem that they were trying to address by doing that. I think maybe there could have been a different approach. I don't know what that approach would be, but we're getting a little bit off track here. So, Race World First. Echo and Complexity Limit are, let's say, tied.
Yeah, they're tied.
I wanted to move on, but before I do, I think it's worth noting, as it always is, that EU got access to the raid later than NA, and they pulled ahead of Complexity Limit. Echo did, rather. And, I can't hate... Wait, they're EU, aren't they? Yes, they play on Terran Mill, I think. Whatever. If we're gonna get a Race to World First rule change, it should be that everybody has access to the raid at the same time somehow. Maybe
yeah, I mean, it never really has been a factor before, but I agree.
Think we can
it should
admit
be the same.
That Europeans tend to be a little quicker on the raiding uptake.
Yeah, I mean, it's never really been a factor before, so I think it's just like something people like point to. But like even like if you look at the Nathrius kill, Echo didn't get screwed over because of the reset differences. They got screwed over because they spent 2 whole days doing heroic and normal splits.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it would be nice to have it all on one, like for the world to have one like day of resets. But at the same time, it's like they could barely handle doing the resets as they do now. Like, they're always a clusterfuck, especially at the beginning. So,
For what it's worth, I don't know if you're right. I don't know if you're wrong about whether or not it's going to be drawn out by another week, but I sort of hope not, because if it lasts too long, you get burned out just thinking about it, you know? Anyway,
I don't think it's gonna go too long. You're thinking this like by the end of this the reset. I think it'll be like Thursday we see it.
oh, sure, that'd be fine. What was that? Was it 8.3? Was it N'Zoth, Ny'alotha that took for fucking ever, or was it actually as recent as Castle Nathria? I don't remember.
No, I don't know, because I know at this after 1 week, I know the numbers for Nathria and Ny'alotha were, and even Dazar lore was pretty close. This raid is actually the most difficult. Like, if you look at the numbers, there's only been like the first week of the raid, there was like 200 plus heroic clears, and then for this raid, there was only like 32 guilds in North America that cleared it.
I think it was actually, now I think about it, I think it was Dazar lore, because people were just like, fucking A, Jaina won't go. Well, they were saying die, but we all know she didn't die in that fight. We keep harping on this. It's time to move on to the next topic, which is the Lost Codex YouTube channel. First of all, if you've never watched anything that they've put out, it's pretty good content. And I saw a Wowhead article spotlighting this, but I like that they've done it, so I want to spotlight it as well. The Lost Codex put out recaps of every Covenant campaign thus far, leading up to 9.1, so that you can kind of, if you left and came back to the game and sort of forgot where the story was, you can catch up. If you're say Venthyr and you wanted to know what the Night Fae were up to, you can watch their video. You can, if you like the story and want to see another side of it, this is perfect for that. And they also did one for the Torghast storyline. You know, those like seemingly detour-like things that were like, hey, you need to go save Thrall right now. Like, god damn it, I just want to go beat shit up. No, save Thrall. Well, why can't Thrall save himself? Because he yeeted his axe, damn it.
Fucking Thrall's getting a beating, man. Recently.
Hell yeah. He really is. He got his axe back, though. Anyway, go search for the Lost Codex on YouTube. I'll put their URL in the show notes as well. But yeah, you can go check out their Covenant recaps. Good shit to watch. There's a new book out, The Grimoire of the Shadowlands and Beyond, and really all I have to say about that is there is a new cosmology chart that was put in it, and this one is from the broker's perspective. Excuse me. And it's honestly kind of, I don't want to say pared down, but a lot more simply laid out than the cosmology chart we're familiar with, that we were given from like the Titans perspective from Chronicle. And I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this if you have any. But also, before we do, I want to make sure that I say loud and clear, people are calling this a retcon. This is not a fucking retcon. Because even when Chronicles, I think it was Volume 2? Yeah, Volume 2 came out, and we got that cosmology chart in the first place, the developers were like, hey, just so you know, this was written from the Titans' perspective. It might not be the whole story. They told us from the fucking beginning that there might be more to it. So, it's not a retcon, you walnut. Anyway, what do you guys think of that? Because I think it has pretty big implications for where we might go next, and or not locking us in to whatever we saw. There could be more shit that we don't know about, and this leaves room for that.
It kind of ties in with the theory that the next one's going to be an Infinite Dragonflight expansion.
I'm still pulling for the Cosmic Disco War, or however it was Taliesin put it.
I don't know. I need to think more a little bit about it.
Yeah, Gershom, do have any thoughts about it? I thought you might because it's book related and you like the books.
I do like the books, and I feel like I've always been a little more interested in where the brokers came from.
Right?
I think you and I talked about that, like, in one of our first, like, solo talks.
We did.
Yeah, where we talked about, like, the ethereals, and it's kind of weird, like, just the things they do and the way they talk, it seems similar. So I am looking to get that all tied up. On a sad note, I went to order the book and it was sold out.
No.
So, yeah.
That's heartbreaking.
Well, I mean,
Are you on a list though, at least?
I'll be. Yeah. No, I put it on order. I put it on back order. So when it comes, it will come. I still haven't even cracked the seal on my Eastern Kingdoms, my tour of the Eastern Kingdoms that we talked about last time. So I have Chronicles 3, Eastern Kingdoms. I'm good on books, I think, for a while.
This is not related, but speaking of the books, I think it might be time for me to reread Arthas. It's been a while. Anyhow, so the idea here is that we are getting the first of our next looks at how the cosmos may be laid out. Like, it might not be just as simple as there's light and there's shadow and there's chaos and order and death and life and all that. And I think that's actually a great way to do it, because they're not painting themselves into a corner by what they can and cannot do in the game, and that's awesome. Next topic is the Soulfire Chisel. And I'm only mentioning this so people don't screw themselves out of their domination shards. If you want to replace a socketed shard of domination, like if you have a piece of gear that has a domination socket, is that what it's called? And
yes.
You have a shard put in that, if you want to replace it with another shard, you need to first remove the old shard or it will be destroyed. Similar to how if you resocket a piece of gear with another gem. So, fuck, I forgot who you talk to buy the thing. But there is...
Bonesmith Heimer?
Sure. Bonesmith Hyman. You go and talk to... I know, that's not the name. You go and talk to that person, and you buy a Soulfire Chisel, and you can just pull the shard out of the socket and put a new one in. There's people getting dicked over by that, and they're not happy. And quite honestly, I don't see the harm in having just made it so if you put the new one in, the old one just goes back in your bag. I don't see the harm in having that, but I also see the logic in having it just replace it and it's gone, because that's what we've had with sockets and gems all along. So if you're hearing this and you didn't know that, there you go. Go get yourself a Soulfire Chisel from Bonesmith Hyman, and oh my god, I want to make that the show title, but I can't. That is too much.
Why can't you? I would make it.
Are you kidding?
Why
I couldn't
not?
make Power Word Buttfuck the title without the asterisks. Bonersmith Hyman. That's not gonna... I'll figure something out.
By the way, we all remember from last episode how much I actually like her. I really like her.
Bonersmith Hyman?
Don't do her dirty, but I mean, why not?
Too late. I mean,
Too
is there a clean way to do someone? Anyway.
No, there's not.
So go get yourself a Soulfire Chisel. Now, I mentioned this before. There has been a hotfix to the Fallen Charger. It used to be where you could kill the rare as many times as you wanted and maybe still get it. Like, you kill it 5 times in a day, you could get it the 5th time, the Fallen Charger mount. There was a blue post that essentially says it now has a daily lockout. You can only loot the thing once a day, but there is a higher drop rate of the mount. I'm just going to go ahead and read the blue post explaining this. We've read feedback from players and observed in-game activities that have led us to see that the Fallen Charger could be better configured. The initial design intention with Fallen Charger was to make it similar to the time-lost Proto-Drake, but that setup didn't match how other rare spawns behave in Shadowlands, so we changed it on the PTR to work like other rares, where players would want to organize to defeat it because the drop chance would be meaningful enough to warrant doing so. And I'm going to interrupt the post here and say I was a part of a few Fallen Charger waiting room groups, and honestly, it was a bit tedious, but it was actually kind of fun, just sitting there hanging out with people. Like, everybody gets on their Jumpy Boy frog mount from Ardenweald. It was fun, but I understand the logic here. So back to the blue post, where players would want to organize to defeat it because the drop chance would be meaningful enough to warrant doing so. Okay, however, there's a growing sense of frustration for many as the mount currently feels like something that requires repeated and constant grinding in Group Finder. True enough, actually. So with a hot fix that is going live today, we're making it's been live for a few days now. We're making 3 updates to the Fallen Charger. It will now drop an appropriate amount of Maw loot, such as Stygia, Venari reputation, and a chance for a Corthian armament. It will now incur the daily loot lockout when you kill it. We've increased the drop chance of the Reigns of the Fallen Charger by 3 times. Thank you for all your feedback on this. And I gotta say, they do not often comment on increasing drop chances or what drop chances are of something, because that's something they like to keep a little bit ethereal to keep some of the fun preserved. But I think this was a positive change. I think it's a good, I think they explained it very well. And I did get a piece of Corthian armament gear today from it. I got... Previously, my head piece was 190, low level trash, and now it's 200, and I can upgrade it higher, and I'm kind of happy about that. So, do you guys have that mount? Because I got it. I got it today. I got it.
No,
I got it.
I killed it like a couple times.
I got it.
No.
I got it. I'm better than you. I got it. I'm joking. I'm not better than anybody.
I do not have them out, and you are better than me.
I am not.
Definitely.
Do not put yourself down. Because if I'm better than you, that makes you really bad. Don't put yourself down. Yeah.
How about, are we moving on to the question of the week soon?
Cheesy testicles. All right, question of the week.
Question of the week.
So, last week, the question we asked was, what are some of the best names you've seen in WoW? And we didn't mean that like just player names. We opened it up to funny or interesting guild names, pet names, things like that. So we got a few answers. We got most of our answers in Discord, but we got one from Twitter as well. So I'll just go ahead and read this first one from Slide Whistle. He says, I think the best name I've seen is Alan. What a guy. Just a human death knight who seems like the coolest dude ever. God damn it, Slide. That is your character. I can hear your cocky laugh that you do as I read that.
I brought that up in the Discord. I was like, wait, isn't that one of your alts?
It is. It is one of his alts.
Yeah, I know it.
So he then later went on to say, there's somebody named Lil Caesars on Proudmoore. I do love on Proudmoore.
That's fucking awesome.
Getting fucking redundant there, aren't you, Alan? That's not his actual name. See, his actual name, I'm not going to say it, but his actual name is not Alan, and that's why this is just weird that he named it, whatever. He says...
He has an alt named his actual name, too, and he grabbed it.
Oh, yeah, that's right, I forgot. Anyway, I'm going to read this again because I missed the end of it. There's somebody named Lil Caesars on Proudmoore. I do love on Proudmoore redundancy. They're always saying, press 1 for crazy bread. I like that. All right, who wants to read the next one?
I can.
All right.
So we have...
Did you lose your spot? Or did
No,
you not
I'm trying to read this. I think it's Adorno next.
Yes, Adorno is next.
Yeah, sorry, it doesn't look. Adorno says that a warlock named Wanklock, and that he also got kicked out of a guild named Wipes on Trash. I
No.
remember seeing Wipes on Trash, to be honest with you. I do
No,
remember
I
that.
don't think he was saying he got kicked out of a guild named Wipes on
Oh,
Trash.
I got
he
a
got
kick out.
a kick out of. That's Adorno, man. You worded that weird. But I get it. I understand.
Yeah, those are pretty. I remember Wipes on Trash being a good one. Not as good as the Lady Man Boomberry fan club, but Wanklock is a good one.
And your
I feel like
farts
that one-
never made a sound again. Gershom, you want to read immunes?
I hope we're on the same page. I'm on Immune
Yes.
answer in Discord. He says, I love the people who got the really short names. There's a mage on Proudmoore that is just named High, which inspired Slide to name his warrior Hay. I did not know that. As far as guild names, I saw a really good one the other day, Tony Hawk's Pro Raiders.
I like that.
As a child of the 90s, I am all about Tony Hawk.
Dude,
I'm
I
not gonna
played
lie.
the shit out
That's
of
awesome.
Tony Hawk's Underground on the original Xbox back in the day. Oh, fuck. That was my shit. And
I
like
played the shit out of the first one.
my character had like bright turquoise hair. It was fucking awesome. Vanderlyle says, Proudmoore has the best names. Since joining the server, I have found myself wandering around Oribos just to read names of players and guilds. They are sick and clever. Some nostalgic ones for me are druids named Will Ferrell. I like it. And
Nice.
shamans named Oprah Wind Fury.
Those are pretty good names.
I remember reading those and laughing out loud for sure.
We got one from Twitter, which I'll have Gershom read because it was her tweet that got the response.
Is it? Okay, so.
I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't have thrown you out there like that. I did put it in the host chat in Discord. Do you see that?
I think so. I'm just gonna go ahead and read my own,
Well,
own plug.
Well, let's before
I
you
could read
it-
this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say before we read our own, I want to get everyone else's.
Okay, sorry, I'm a little mixed up.
Oh,
Sorry.
you're fine.
I could read it. It's no big deal.
Sure.
So WoW Martian. I think that Martian.
Martian,
He's-
Martiean.
Yeah. So WoW Martian says, I don't think it's funny necessarily, but Tom Chilton met his wife in WoW, and her character's name was Dead Rat.
I want to know what led to that. All right, Gershom, I want to know what your whole thing is with the bats, and I'm excited for the one particular Blood Mist Isle thing. Go ahead.
Nope, that was okay because the Tom Chilton thing was supposed to be my answer, but
Oh, it
So,
was?
well, he
I'm
responded to
dumb.
my Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
I
We're on the
fucked
same
up.
page. No, I fucked up. My brain was like running out of engine grease. Go ahead.
Let's roll. All right, so I have to plug my own names here. I have a troll rogue, true, named Buck Nasty. So I may be aging myself a bit, but if you ever go back and listen to the Dave Chappelle show, Play a Haters Ball, there's a character named Buck Nasty.
Yes,
Oh.
there is.
I
Yes.
cannot remember what guild I was in,
All
but I
right.
think it's my original Horde guild, but there was somebody with that name there too. Classic.
Yeah, it's pretty weird because sometimes I will be running around the Barrens and someone will scream out, "Hey, go put some water in Buck Nasty's mama's dish." So you have to watch the Dave Chappelle to get that.
I'll take your word for that. All right, what else did you write?
All right, and I did have one more. I have a warlock. Her name is Choassbeat. So you're supposed to say it like you got yo Choass, like you got yo ass beat or something.
You got your ass beat.
Kind of, but it's not the Gershom show. But I'm just gonna say that the character was named by my little brother, who is passed
Aw.
away now.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry
Yeah.
to hear that.
No, thank you very much. No, it's not the Gershom show, but I like that name. I like Cho Aspie, and I will never delete her because of that. So you got Cho Aspie. Other than that, that's pretty much it.
I like it. Ben, do you have any response? I honestly didn't pay attention to
Yes, I
Discord.
do.
Yeah, that's
yes.
right. That's right. You do that. And never mind. Just read it.
Before,
God damn it.
I get very creative with my alt name. So I have a shaman name.
Oh,
where I had
so
my
fucking
totem.
creative. Oh, Jesus. I wasn't thinking of that. Say that again. I'm sorry.
Sorry, my shaman's name is Big Ol' Totems. My mage is named Fire Magister. My Brewmaster monk was named COVID Panda, but they made me fucking change it, so I named it COVID Bear. And my
I don't know how to feel about that one.
yeah, I don't know why I named it change.
Are all your tunes like jumping on giant totems and dicks of stuff, or no?
Just my shaman. But my personal favorite, I made a dwarf priest with the name I Touch Boys.
Jesus
It
Christ.
lasted about 2 weeks before I got banned, or not banned, but
No.
asked to change it. So I changed it to Richard Bucci. And I'm allowed to make fun of Catholics because I am one.
You wanted to read
And-
that on the show a few weeks ago, and I wouldn't let you.
What, Richard Bucci?
No, the I Touch Boys name for your priest.
Yeah. So I thought that was a great name, and then they made me change it. So I changed it to Richard Bucci. And if anyone doesn't know who that is, he is a priest from Rhode Island who basically said he'd rather have members of his congregation touch little boys than get an abortion.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Honestly, okay.
Wow.
Here's the thing.
No.
Here's the thing. Here's why I changed my mind and said, it's not a big deal if he makes the Catholic priest joke. And that's because I was listening to Do Not Relent today, and they made a fucking 9/11 joke. So if they're putting the goalposts that far out, then I think we got some room. They'll get canceled before we do. So we got to make sure that we start being careful once they get shit canned by, PC culture or something. We'll be fine. We'll
yeah,
be
8 years
fine.
from now, someone will dig this up and cancel me.
Yeah, and it'll probably be a job because they're like that. So that's you guys.
We've had
Okay.
our talks about cancel culture, boys. We have had those talks.
So let me ask you, I don't know how I'd feel. Imagine if your job was your job is to go on the employees of your company and search their social media for bad. You're basically a tattletale for a living.
Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Anthony Smith, or as you're known on apparently OnlyFans, Big Fat Bubba. What you do to those mayonnaise jars is your business, but they do not accurately represent Hellman's Mayonnaise, and we cannot have
God.
you. We cannot hire you at Hellman's Mayonnaise, Big Fat Bubba.
Oh my god.
So my answer, as I said in the cold open of the show, blows every last one of y'all's out of the water. So
Did you just say you were gonna blow me out of the water? I will consider
have you never
that,
heard of that fucking phrase?
I will consider that a promise and not a threat.
I mean, you put a depth charge in the water, it blows up, you're probably going to get thrown out of the water. Anyways, so to lead up to this, I have to give a little bit of background. So, as most people know, warlocks do not get to choose the names of their demons. Excuse me, there is a way to find an NPC and you pay them some gold, and the justification is that you're summoning a different demon, you've learned the name of a different demon, and that's how you change the name, but you don't get to choose it, right? The caveat to that is no matter how many times you change, say, your imp's name, if you have the glyph of fell demon, it's as if instead of summoning your imp, glyph of fell imp, instead of summoning your imp, you are summoning a cooler imp of the fell variety. So it's like a completely different imp. So bear that in mind, no amount of going to the NPC to change your imp's name will affect the name of your fell imp if you use the glyph. Additionally, if you get rid of the glyph and then put a new one back on, it's still the same imp. So, my randomly generated by Blizzard Systems Fell Imp's name is fucking Nipple. My
That's
imp's
fucking
name
awesome.
is fucking Nipple. And Bent, I think you knew that already because of
Shut
Raid.
the fuck up.
No, his name is literally Nipple. And like,
To be honest with you, I never paid attention, but that's hilarious.
I mean, I used to /yell pinch my imp for good luck, but it's just got the one P in it. And honestly, when I first noticed that, I was like, am I gonna get in trouble? So like, I sent a ticket to Blizzard like, hey, is this gooch? Is this fine? Like, do you need to do some trickery on your end to change it? And what they told me is they have no way of changing that. So not only if I didn't think it was hilarious and I hated it, I would never use the glyph, but there is literally no way to change it. Faction change, race change, character change, transfer, none of that affects it. So there's no way to change it. My Fell Imp is and will forever be named Nipple.
Dude, when you said last week that you had like the best one, you have the best one.
I do have the best one. I beat every last fucking one of you. Oh,
yeah,
man.
I feel like that you wouldn't like say like, oh, I have the best one if you did it.
Right?
That's actually great.
Like,
Imagine
Nipple
if
is
they
a
banned
trump
you.
card.
Dude, if they banned you, you could have sued them and took over Blizzard.
They
you could be
wouldn't
Bobby
they
Kotick.
wouldn't ban me for that. They really wouldn't. So that's all the questions and answers we had. Our question for next week, and Gershom came up with this, and I think it's a great question. Is 9.1 living up to your expectations and your hopes for it so far? How so, or how not? What did you want that you didn't get, or what did you get that you were hoping for? You can answer that on Discord. The link to join Discord is on our Twitter page at Thralls Balls Pod. You can also copy and paste it from the show notes and put it in a browser, and it'll give you all the good juju. If you want to send an answer to our Twitter, you can do that there as well. Like I said, at Thralls Balls Pod. You can email your answer to thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. Now, before we get out of here, any final thoughts from any of you? I think I just thought of that right now. That's going to be a new segment. Final thoughts. If you don't have any, that's fine. But final thoughts. My final thought is Nipple is supreme.
You can go ahead, question.
I had a tiny one actually.
That's
when
what she said.
You said 8.5 inches, bitch. Don't lie. I'm just saying.
No, that's centimeters.
Anyways, can we talk about... Fuck you guys. Can we talk about the Arbiter dissolving? Because I did not see that. And I know that a lot of people who listened to our pod said they did not see it either. And I hadn't seen it. So I actually went back and I watched it. If anyone wants to watch it, she does not dissolve.
What?
Right as the jailer grabs her orb out of her chest and it's
Giggity.
like floating along. Giggity. She does sort of collapse.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, so I was expecting, I was like, wait, what? She dissolved? And I was thinking, like, oh, she busted out, like, psh, like, no. She actually sort of collapses as if she had knees, but she doesn't. But she does sort of collapse.
I'm going to have to go back and watch
that's when
that
she
again.
disappears. No, so, that was...
Maybe she got sucked into the orb.
That was Taliesin's.
Oh.
That was my fault. He actually pauses it right at the point where it happens.
Shit.
Yeah, so I was like, when does this happen? I was confused. I went and I watched Taliesin's, and he does actually pause the screen right as she sort of like sort of slumps to the ground or collapses and that's when she dissolves. So, yeah.
Damn. Bent, any final thoughts?
Oh, it's been a good episode. 9-1's going well. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I promise, I will eventually get that Twitter set up. But yeah, looking forward to next week's episode and finding out what's going on in all our lives and, trying not to get canceled while pushing the edge of envelope.
Hell yeah. So, we're going to get out of here then. Thanks everybody for listening. As I said before, join Discord. The URL is in the show notes, and it is also on our Twitter page at Thralls Balls Pod. While you're there, go ahead, give us a follow. Tweet at us any thoughts you may have. You can email us at thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. You can tweet at me and follow me if you'd like at Wooly08, 2 L's, 2 O's, 2 L's, and a Y. You can follow Gershom on Twitter at Hunter Gershom, Gershom. You can follow Bent on Twitch and eventually Twitter once he figures that thing out. But on Twitch, he is at TupacNTC, 2 the number PACNTC. Go ahead and give us a follow on Spotify if you haven't already. But until next time, guys, see ya! Novel 87.